guys, Christina here, and we are on day 19 of vlogging, and I have some laundry, so I'm just gonna do this while I chat. I was in a chat today with some people, and actually the chat takes place on Destonians.com, and it's a website for people who walk the Destiny Eye process, and with the Destiny Eye process tools, who can come together and just chat. Sometimes it's specific with the topic, sometimes it's not. But the chat today was looking at words, specifically a word that we find would be supportive for ourselves, or that we see can support us as a living word, where you take a word basically and you look at its definition and how it can actually be lived. That's how we make words alive, living words. Is how can you physically, practically live them in your day-to-day life? How can you express them as who you are? So the word that I saw that would be of support for me at the moment is drop, or drop it. And this is in relation to specifically my when I go into reactions, or when I go into blame or disempowerment, because these are the 2 points that I see I deal with the most. Like, my default setting as a human being is I tend to go into blame towards other people for not doing something or for doing something, and within that also is this state of victimization that I put myself into, where I'm a victim to other people's actions, and basically, like, I'm a victim. And it's a very disempowered state of being, and I'm very aware of myself when I go into that pattern or that habit, but it's still very automatic within me, so it like comes up automatically, and then I have to like walk myself out of it. So the word drop it came up because I have seen throughout my life how easy it is to make a decision in a moment to stop, and to be the active principle of myself, to actually make a decision of like, no, I'm not going to accept and allow this to influence me. Like, for instance, when I quit smoking, despite really wanting to smoke and having all these thoughts about smoking, I was very clear in my decision to not smoke, and I saw how easy it was for me to make that decision to just stop, let it go, and keep moving with the commitment that I made of stopping smoking. So the drop it word for me is like stopping in a moment, of like just letting it go, because I know how easy it is. I know that I can in fact make a decision in a moment to not accept and allow what I'm accepting and allowing. And so after I read this chat and I came up with that point, well, I hadn't decided on the word yet, but I experienced a reaction later that day, and in that reaction I saw there was blame and, like, you know, victimization coming up, and I started breathing, because the chat was about looking at what word can we hold within ourselves and apply in a moment to show us exactly how fast we can actually change. It doesn't have to be this long, drawn out process. We do actually have such a power in a moment to be the directive principle of ourselves. And so what came up while I was reacting was this point of like, I can just stop. I can just stop right here. And so maybe it's the word stop, but I think it's drop it. It's like this point of like, you're holding on to this reaction, and you're holding on to this idea that you're a victim, and you're holding on to this blame that someone else did something to you, and you have all the reasons to be mad at them. But all you have to do is drop it. You just have to let it go. You don't need to hold on to it. You don't need to carry that with you. And so for me, drop it is the word that I'm going to walk with and apply myself in those moments where I see my mind is getting the best of me, or where I'm reacting in blame or resentments, or where I'm thinking someone else needs to change before I change, those moments I'm going to use this drop it as a living expression of letting go of this idea that something else outside of me has to be the one to change first. I'm going to be the one to change first, because I know that it's up to me. It's my responsibility, who I am and my experience and how I relate to things. That's my responsibility. So yeah, I chose the word drop it as a point of letting go of the past, essentially. It's letting go of these ideas that we need to be these certain ways as like a defense mechanism or a coping mechanism, or just the way we were taught to be, like, live. Like, it's just dropping the past and letting myself be in a moment without the need for blame or being a victim or being disempowered. I can just drop it all and be nothing in this moment. I can shed this stuff from me. I don't have to carry the weight of the reactions. I can just drop it. So I'm going to walk with that for now and see how it supports me moving forward. I mean, the ultimate test is when I find myself going into this pattern of blaming or victimizing myself, if I can harness that power of the word drop it as letting it go in a moment, not accepting and allowing myself to continue to participate and carry the weight of the past, and instead just drop it and move forward without that baggage of the reaction. So yeah, that's what I'm sharing for today. That's the word I'll walk with, and I will share links below on the chat if you want to read it. And if you want, share with me or comment down below what is the word that you picked if you read the chat, or if a word came up for you while listening to this vlog that you think there's a word that you could be living in your life that would support you. A couple other words that I played around with was acceptance, unconditional, and then, so the idea is that you look at these words and you ask yourself, how can I live these words in my life? Where can I be more unconditional? Where can I be more accepting? Where can I drop these reactions? Where can I be more loving? Where can I be more caring? Yeah, so share with me the word and your experience with that word if you did do the practice. Or if a word came up while you're watching, that would be really cool to hear that as well. And thanks for walking with day 19 of vlogging. Tomorrow is day 20, which we're getting to the end of the 30 days of vlogging, which has been so cool, and I'm so glad I did this for myself. So thanks for watching, guys, and walking with, and I'll see you tomorrow.
But it's only me, but it's only me, but it's only